Micro scholarships. This has become a buzzword that a lot of students and parents have been looking into. But in reality, I've actually been talking about micro scholarships in one way for many years. So in today's video, I want to talk about what micro scholarships are. Do you want to go for them? Are they worth your students' time? And everything you need to know about these things. Now, the good news is if you follow my advice in today's video, this could help your student secure thousands of dollars in scholarships. Now, make sure you hit subscribe because every single week we release a new strategy to help you and your student work towards a debt-free degree. Hey there, my name is Jocelyn Pearson, founder of the Scholarship System, where we redefine paying for college to help families build strong financial futures rather than ones buried in student loan debt. Now, our bread and butter, it's scholarships. So this topic is near and dear to my heart. In fact, as of this most recent school year, our families have secured over $10.5 million in scholarships. And just this month that I'm recording this, they secured another over $100,000 this month alone. So we've seen a few scholarship applications here and there. Now, very quickly, if you're an international student, this is geared towards US citizens or residents. Okay, so let's get into micro scholarships. So there's really two different types of micro scholarships. One, which I've been talking about for many years, and one that's kind of popped up in the most recent years. No matter what, both are beneficial to your student. So the way that I've been talking about micro scholarships for many years is referring to those small dollar scholarships like $500, $600, even $1,000, but they can still add up to a free ride. This is how I got to my debt-free degree. This is how I got paid to go to college. So I secured over 6 figures in scholarships. However, my biggest scholarship was $4,000. So these were micro scholarships. They were small dollar amounts that kept adding up to that free ride. Now, if you want to learn how we find these scholarships, then make sure you click the link on the screen somewhere, also in the description, to attend our free webinar where I cover my 6 steps to securing scholarships quickly. And I cover those specific strategies on how to find these smaller dollar scholarships, but the ones that are actually legitimate. Now, the second way micro scholarships is used is kind of a relatively new term in today's world, and it's more focused around small dollars for micro actions that a student can take. This is where students can use a specific platform and enter different accomplishments, achievements, activities, action items with specific universities, and then they can earn dollars, say, towards tuition, for example. So these are often offered by the institution themselves, but it is hosted by an external platform. So with the first type of scholarship that I mentioned, this is just like everything we teach in the scholarship system. It's a typical application and you get money for the following semester or maybe even that semester. The second one is usually some sort of platform where we have to create a profile, log in, check off boxes, specifically subscribe to specific actions to receive those earnings. Now, no matter what, a lot of students, when they see these smaller dollar awards, especially in the first category, they often say, oh, that's not worth my time. They want the $10,000 wins, the 15, even the $100,000 wins. But these smaller ones, these micro scholarships are actually my favorite. This is why I've been talking about it for years, because they naturally have less competition because so many students do say, oh, that's not worth my time. So if your student finds these smaller dollar scholarships, these actually are the low-hanging fruit. These are the best opportunities, in my opinion, unless your student is an absolute superstar and can possibly win those Coca-Cola or Dr. Pepper scholarships. But for mere mortals, for the average student, even slightly above average, but not quite the stellar saving the planet student, these are some of the best opportunities out there. So again, make sure you check out that free training because I'll show you exactly where to find these. Now, the second type of scholarship is worth diving into a little bit more. So these micro scholarships, again, they're specifically offered by universities or institutions. So if a student decides to go to another university, then most likely those awards will not carry on with them. They are specific to an institution. Generally, the requirements are pretty straightforward to earn these, so they almost seem too easy to or too good to be true. These could be things like attending an AP class or participating in extracurricular activities, volunteering, completing completing the FAFSA. So very specific action items that often students have to do anyway. Now, the university dictates how much it is per action. So the same action might get them completely different amounts depending on which school they are considering. Now, in this case, when we're talking about micro, the actions typically are truly micro, $10, $20, $40. But if you look at it as, say, comparing it to an hourly wage, this task may have been something that they already did anyway, and yet they can earn what they would have had to work for an hour or two in a part-time job. Now, Raise Me is probably one of the most widely known websites where students can do this. Currently, over 250 colleges and universities are actually represented on that platform. Now, comment below, has your student participated in any of these micro scholarship opportunities? Have they applied for any earnings through specific universities and schools? Has it come to fruition? Maybe your student has earned some in the past and they actually saw it come through. Let me know in the comments because it's always great to hear real world experience with this. Okay, so that said, micro scholarships in the first definition that I mentioned when we're talking about $500, $600, $1,200 scholarships. These are scholarships and they can be adding up. They can be slowly accumulating towards that debt-free degree. They are just like any other scholarship. It's just that the dollar amount is smaller and therefore the competition is typically lower. The second definition is more micro actions that lead to micro dollars, $10, $20, $40 for actions that universities want students to complete. So this is a totally different perspective on earning money, but it has gotten more popular over the years. So if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to comment below. Also, again, make sure you hit subscribe because every week we'll release a new strategy to work towards that debt-free degree. So this is just a tip of the iceberg. All right, and then again, lastly, make sure you check out that free training that I linked to in the description. Any important links that you need will always be down there. All right, again, this is Jocelyn with the Scholarship System. I'll see you in the next video.